Okay, so I don't think I've ever really talked about this part of my journey, but maybe it was a sign that I need to slow down. And I had to get my confidence back, not only in myself, but in the vision that I pursue in the first place. See, I just had to keep showing up. My efforts are not in vain because people are finding me. What's up, y'all? It's your girl KP, and I'm back with another video. And I'm just trying to manage. I haven't talked to her in a while, and it's actually been a lot going on. I'm having to do my job outside of my job. If y'all don't know, my brother is graduating from college this May, so I'm having to basically plan the graduation party as well as I'm planning a graduation trip for him. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna loop in. I think it's just gonna be an Atlanta vlog. I think the Atlanta vlog is gonna include some of the family stuff and like a little more personal stuff. But I'm having to do my host bag, make sure the graduation party is good. So I've been kind of doing double duty with that. It's been hiccups with that as well. It's like everything is a blessing, but nothing has been coming easy. And then as y'all know, I'm supposed to be hosting a trip to Mexico, and I'm trying not to count it out, but I may have to. It's only almost May. So it's June, July, August. That's 3 months for everybody to lock in. But ideally, this should have been 3 months for everybody to be like just preparing, not still thinking about booking. So I'm not going to jump to canceling it. But if I don't have enough people sign up, then we're not going anyway. Child. And then that's another thing of like, I can't take it personal because really that's my birthday. It's literally my birthday. So if I don't do that, I'm going to have to figure out something else. But I could save my money and or plan to go somewhere solo by myself or me and one other person or something like that. We will see, y'all. I will keep y'all updated on that. I have started a new job. I did quit Burlington. I don't know if y'all know that. I don't know if y'all knew that I was working at Burlington. But I decided to quit just because this is a job. Like me doing my business is a job, and I also have a full-time job. So I can't do 3 jobs. So I just decided to quit. And so I did sign on to another job opportunity that I feel like is not going to be as taxing on me. And we'll just see how that goes. You know, I love to leave y'all with some type of motivation or something like that. I don't know how I always end up on my soapbox, but genuinely, I feel like my dreams are not for fake. They aren't make-believe. This is stuff that's like real life. And I never realized the power of manifestation until something actually comes to fruition for me. And I don't usually do all the work. Like, yes, I'm a planner and I try to figure stuff out, but I don't always take that first step to actually make it happen. So a lot of times it's like, oh yeah, it may work, it may not work, we'll see. But I just leave it at that, we'll see. But I don't really know how I'm gonna get to that goal that I'm trying to get to, because honestly, y'all, the way life been panning out for me, nothing is just a dream. Everything is just a goal, and I just haven't achieved it yet. You know what I'm saying? Or I failed at it and I just need to try again. That sort of thing. Randomly, recently, I put together a 5-year plan for me to be able to get my 5 acres and a mule. My friends gave me the idea that we should move from Virginia to North Carolina, which is something that was always in the cards for me. That's where I want to settle down. That's where I want to build my forever home. Well, my forever compound with my family when we turn 30. So the goal was to do that when we turn 30, which for me is in 2 years. So one day I just asked ChatGPT, like, hey, how can I make this work? How much money do I need to make this work? You know, how should I go about making this plan work for me? That's all I did. I made a 5-year plan. See, after that, I really didn't start working at it. So yesterday, y'all, can't even make this up, I got a call from my realtor that found me this condo. Was literally like, hey, I don't think your property is appreciated enough. Like, basically, you're not making money on your property like you should be, and you could be making more. And she was just sort of saying like, hey, let's reevaluate your contract. Let's see what's out there. So, and y'all, I never am opposed to do a tour. I love visiting homes and stuff like that. I actually been thinking about doing that with my friends as an activity. I didn't tell her that I'm trying to move out of state, but I just let her know, hey, yes, I'm very open. And what really intrigued me is she thought about, you know, once I move, do I want to sell my place or do I want to rent out my place? And that's been a running discussion between me, my friends, my family, since I talked about moving. And I don't know what that looks like. What is more cost effective and what would be more beneficial to me? So shout out to my team, okay? They are the dynamic duo that has helped me this far. When everybody try to say buying a home is so hard, they make it so easy for me. As well as it's not impossible for somebody young to do it, because to really think that's how I should do it. I was able to buy a home at 24. I'm now 27. And I've been living here and making it my own ever since. And I think with that has come a little bit of like, what's next? Because I have been here for a while. Even though I love my place, I am thinking about the future though, like kids and a husband and all that type of stuff. And my biggest thing is I want some land, I want a garden, I want, real estate, okay? I really want a compound. I want to build 3 homes on a property. It'll be my house, my brother's house, and then probably a smaller quarters for my parents. And I think to make that happen, me and my brother probably going to have to split the cost of the 3rd house so that my parents won't have to pay for another house at their old age. So that's my forever plan. ChatGPT told me I need about $1 million. And I know some people don't like to talk about their hopes and dreams and stuff, but honestly, y'all, the more I talk about it, the more real it is. The same thing about me moving. The more I tell people, oh yeah, I'm thinking about moving, the more it's like, I need to actually make that happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I have no pullback of letting people know like what I'm wanting to do, because they might be able to help me at the end of the day. But I'm super excited. I want to let y'all know to go after y'all dreams. Just do whatever you need to do. I'm very adamant about being very strategic about things as well, though. Don't just jump into something blind, but don't be afraid to jump as well. But let's keep our livelihood. It is a hard time in the economy right now. You don't want to be homeless, okay? You don't want to be starving, and you don't want to be without. So just make great decisions, but don't be afraid to make that risk. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how social media is starting to be less and less of a steady income for people, and that you should be really advised not to just quit your job to be an influencer or whatever you want to be, especially if that was never your dream and you just seen a check. And I do feel like if you aspire to be a content creator, definitely put in the time and effort so that you can make it happen. But I have seen a lot of people just switch over to social media because the bag was bigger. But let's not lose our doctors. Let's not lose our lawyers. Let's not lose our scientists. Everybody has to work, those type of jobs so that we can continue as a society. But I know I'm getting on my soapbox, but I just want to encourage people to do whatever you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Don't listen to the naysayers, because the thing is, they never going to understand. I feel like to this day, a lot of people don't understand what I'm doing. But you see, I'm getting calls. You see, have people that's interested. People are interested in what I have to say, what I'm doing. And, one day I will be able to, grow a bigger income off of it, which then y'all would have nothing to say. If I was making money, nobody would have anything to say. Not to say anybody has been so counteractive towards me right now, but I'm just saying, people won't say anything about your little business when you're making big money, okay? But I'm just going to come up. I had to keep reminding myself that, yeah, we started working 3 months ago or 4 months ago, but we only have launched a month ago. So I'm blessed to have made it thus far. I think the biggest thing when you're at the beginning of your journey is not to let people belittle your efforts, but do not let people get in your head. Because I had somebody ask me, oh, how many clients have you had? And let's not act like I didn't just start. I think people expect you to have 100 clients the first day you open. And that expectation kind of gets in your head, because y'all know how I was before I even started. I was getting frustrated, but I also am going to make sure that I am balancing not only my time but my efforts, and in addition getting help, okay? Because I actually do need things to be a little more seamless and a little less work on myself, because the more time that I put in, the more money I'm losing, if that makes sense. I'm not getting paid for that time. So I just need to pay somebody else for their time, actually. because I do think it would grant a bigger return. But let's not make bad investments. So I will keep y'all updated on everything, and I will see y'all in the next one. Lord, I just washed my hair, and there's really nothing I could do with it right now until I actually style it. But I swear I'm always coming up on here to vent or talk about something when I look crazy. But yeah, I promise y'all, this is just one moment out of the week. We have a lot to get into because we're going to Atlanta. My sister. I didn't know when I was ever going to use them again. To go on backdrop.